The reviews are in, and they're saying that this is the greatest movie that has ever been created in the history of cinema. They're giving it 5 out of 5 stars. No, I'm joking. They're saying that this movie is trash.
I was about to say, who is they? Who are we talking about here? Madam Web might be alright. It might be alright.
It's not. I could tell the trailer keeps playing that goddamn Billie Eilish. So I don't even know what. It's probably not Billie. I don't know what song that is. It sounds like a promo for a CW TV show.
I didn't think Morbius was that bad, bro. It felt just like a regular. It felt like a movie that would have came out in the early 2000s.
That wasn't badly trash. Written. That means you're saying the early 2000s. It's 2024. That's a quarter of a fucking century. Madam Web comes out tonight, tomorrow, Valentine's Day. The reviews are in, and they're saying that this is the greatest movie that has ever been created in the history of cinema. They're giving it 5 out of 5 stars. No, I'm joking. They're saying that this movie is trash.
I was about to say, who is they? Who are we talking about here?
Yeah, I mean, the reviews are coming in, and obviously it's tough because like sometimes like you don't want to believe the reviews, but then sometimes the reviews like are on mark. We know that this movie was going to be trash. I don't know anybody that was asking for a Madam Web movie. I don't know why Sony keeps making these weird ass spider dollar. I don't even know what the fuck to call this shit. I'm baffled. You guys talk. I don't know.
Spider-Verse, the Wish Spider-Verse.
The watered down Walmart version of the Spider-Verse.
Facts.
I
Great
feel
value.
like
the great value Spider-Verse.
My thing is, I don't like these reviewers either. People, we see it in every genre right now: video gaming, movies, everything. Like it's just the hate bombers. They're the loudest people in the room, and some of them don't even be seeing a movie. Yeah. And they just be like just going off of trailers. So they can't be trusted. I gotta see it myself because I watched Thor: Love and Thunder, Morbius, and something else. They weren't that bad. They really weren't that bad.
Good?
I said it wasn't that bad. I'm saying I thought it was better than Venom 2. I thought Venom 2 was trash.
Venom 2 was trash.
Look,
I think Venom 1
he straight left the chat. He said no.
Lloyd was like, all right, let me get out of here. Lloyd was like, let me get out of here because this guy.
Lloyd, come on,
hold on.
Lloyd.
He's right here.
You can't do me like that, bro.
I have no idea what happened just then.
Lloyd, man, you can't not have faith in me like that.
Kicks people out based on I don't know, whatever. But
listen, I didn't think Morbius was that bad, bro. It felt just like a regular.
Just a fun movie.
It felt like a movie that would have came out in the early 2000s.
That means that it's trash. That means you're saying the early 2000s. It's 2024. That's a quarter of a fucking century.
Can we go down the list of the early 2000s movies that you loved real quick?
That I love?
Yeah.
Early 2000s.
Iron Man is considered the early 2000s.
Yes, and Iron Man is better than Morbius.
Blade is a 99, right?
Blade 2 is 1000% better than Morbius. In fact, I wish Blade was in Morbius to kill Morbius.
They were better, yes. But what I'm saying is, if that movie came out at the time, like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans were coming out, you'd have thought that joint was fire.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It didn't. It came out now.
But it don't make sense though.
We're coming off of Endgame, off Infinity War, and then you go to Morbius with these corny ass lines, terrible writing.
So Morbius didn't work because no one gives a damn about Morbius. Like it's just like, why are they making it, right? So, but I'm judging a movie just based off of if I sit down and watch it. Am I clicking it off because it's trash, or can I just watch it and be like, it's all right. Yeah. It's a movie.
I love you know what I'm saying? I love Venom. I love Carnage.
I love
Venom. Let There Be Carnage was an awful movie.
Hold on.
Right.
Oh, hold on. I'm not mad at Venom 2. So like you guys like you saying you can enjoy Morbius. I can sit down and I can enjoy Venom too.
But Venom I love Venom too much. Terrible. I love Venom too much to Venom is one of my favorite all times. So
See,
it's
there's
personal to me.
the thing there, right? Because right, that conversation is going to come up is people saying, well, I love Venom too much to see that garbage on my screen.
Look at how fire the Madam Web movie is. We're not even talking about that shit. We're talking about other fucking movies. That's how fire that movie is.
Madam Web might be aight. It might be
it's
aight.
not. It's not. I could tell the trailer keeps playing that goddamn Billie Eilish. So I don't even know it's probably not Billie. I don't know what song that is. It sounds like a promo for a CW TV show. There's no way this movie is good. There's no way.
I will say I've seen some trusted reviewers come out with some reviews already, like people that aren't just all about that hate farming and that hate rage stuff, and they're saying it's not a good movie, and I feel like I can trust those reviewers. Those reviewers that put that stuff.
Now I'm not going to spend my money to go see it. I've never signed off on that. Now I'm saying there's some dark
I'm gonna
web.
go see it this. I'm gonna go see it this weekend for research purposes. I almost don't because it's like, yo, I don't want to give Sony money. It's like, yo, I might have to pirate this.
You're gonna be sitting in that theater so mad and angry.
I doubt.
Bro, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. And this is what I was telling Lloyd before. Somebody at Sony is like fucking one of the executives and is like getting these roles or being a director or a writer because I don't understand it. If Morbius didn't make you money, if the reception on Morbius that it wasn't good and it's one of the lowest ranked superhero movies in the last 15 years, why would you get those same writers to write another movie? It makes no fucking sense.
They were like, well, if we add a Spider-Man character,
a dark Spider-Man,
it'll be great.
Barely any Spider-Man characters that anyone knows, and Madam Web don't even look like Madam Web. She's not like 100 years old.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't really know nothing about the character.
Right, like, why does she? We're used to seeing Madam Web as that older lady, right? So, like, who is this chick? Is this supposed to be the same person?
Who is the
sexy
lady?
Eventually get into that role. Like, yeah, I have questions, and usually when you have questions going, hopefully, and you be like, okay, well, let me go check it out and see exactly what's going on. But like y'all said, there's some trusted reviewers that we watch that's just like, damn, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. That sucks.
And then we got fucking Kraven the Hunter coming out this year also. You want to tell me that wasn't gonna be fucking good?
I feel disrespected by what they're doing to some of my favorite villains.
This motherfucker don't even look like a Kraven. Like what? Who?
I don't
and again, this tells you how good Madam Web is because we're always fucking hopping off of it. But whatever.
I don't understand what the obsession is with completely like changing these origin stories and stuff like that instead of just adapting certain things. Like, cool, change some things, but like, man, like they just.
I'll tell you why. Because of that video that they posted of all the directors and writers saying, "Oh, I wasn't right. I wasn't reading the comic. I'm not into comics. I don't like superhero movies, but I'm gonna fucking direct and write for a superhero movie. It don't make sense. Like, I'm not like the encyclopedia of comic books. But if Kevin Feige came to me and say, yo, I want you to fucking create a fucking Squirrel Girl movie, you goddamn right. I'm gonna read all of the fucking Squirrel Girl fucking comics and kind of formulate something that's based on all of those comics. I'm not gonna just blindly say, all right, cool, let me just like make this and it's whatever. I'm getting a paycheck or I get to write it off on my fucking resume that I directed this movie, even though it was trash.
Right. Yeah, no, I dig that. I feel exactly what y'all saying, man. I got a question then. With what Sony owns, right? All the characters they got rights to produce, and they put one of y'all in a chair. What are you doing? If they put me in a chair and they didn't drop nothing yet, I'm making legit villain movies with these villains. I'm not saucing them up to be like my Venom story. He's gonna be trying to kill Spider-Man. He's gonna have that blood in his eyes. He's gonna be out here like it's gonna be like a horror movie. He's gonna be really eating people. Like, and people are gonna be running for their lives. And then at the end of that movie, I'm gonna show Peter Parker show up, and then just cut off right there.
That's smart. And I said like, yo, like different companies should focus on their villains, but you can't make first of all, like, you can't make a Kraven movie. You can't make obviously they're doing it, but it's like you're not having Spider-Man in there to fight them. It's just
Right.
like, so you mean I don't know. Like again, I could go on and on and on. It's not like Batman. Like Batman's universe, I could watch a Penguin series. I could watch a Two-Face because they're mobsters with like weirdness, if that makes sense. So I already
Weird
watched that shit
mobsters.
in general. Like it's still fine. And then Batman's just like there in the background beating people up. Like that would be entertaining.
Mhm.
Whereas, like, I don't is Spider-Man gonna be in this Craven movie? Who's the fucking
Nope.
villain? You are the villain, so it's like you gonna have a good Samaritan like trying to say like who you gonna be going against? Peter? What I don't understand.
He don't
Who's
look
gonna be
like
the villain?
he's hunting. Maybe they'll do. Maybe it's something that triggers him to go on that dark side or something. But I haven't from the
It's
trailers. It
really
don't
going to
say
take a
none of
lot for
that.
Craven to go to that dark side. I mean, if you guys remember from the
Yes.
trailer, he doesn't even get his powers the way that he originally got his powers. It's some weird like blood drop thing that happens, and he gets these powers, and he is fighting an agency that's like, not PETA, but poachers and stuff like that are out here killing
Mm-hmm.
animals. I'm like, you are literally the dude that does that, though. Like, you're supposed to be the
Right.
dude that does that. Like, yeah, again, make the villain a villain. Make us hate these people. We don't want to like these
Right.
people, man.
We're in this weird era of the sympathetic villain, and it's
Yeah.
just like, stop. Everybody doesn't have to have a deep backstory. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I love like the Emperor from Star Wars. He was just evil. You know what I'm
just
saying? So
straight
like,
evil. That's it.
just do that. And to answer your question, Alonzo, I would legit do a Sinister Six movie, right? And kind of bear with me. But I love how the first Suicide Squad, how it showed how Batman kind of got them locked up, right? What I would do is when I'm introducing the various Sinister Six members, show how they got defeated by Spider-Man, show that kind of quick personal connection. But then throughout the movie, like either they're hearing about or people are recollecting, like he's in that black suit. And so he is a villain of the movie. He's their antagonist in the movie. He seems like a villain because he's going crazy because of the symbiote suit, right? So it's like y'all might actually need to beat this guy because he's a problem, but at the same time, they're still the bad guys. So now it's kind of this toss of like, what's the lesser of two evils that I want? But don't make them sympathetic villains. Be like, no, they're the bad guys, but do we want Spider-Man to keep going around doing what he's doing? Do they need to win? Like that's how you could still have that.
Yeah,
They're the protagonists, but they're still the bad guys. You know what I mean? That's what I would
yeah.
probably.
Quick question for
Yeah.
y'all that did see the second Venom movie because I didn't even watch it. What was Carnage like?
He could have been.
Would
He could
I
have been
have
more
liked?
evil. That's my opinion. He could have been more psychotic. He could have been more crazy. But I mean, he wasn't. They showed a, there was a little spark there where in the church, I think it was, when like the carnage actually came out, and when he goes crazy, all these weapons, all these weird crazy axes, spikes, woo, 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 all that
Yeah,
stuff
Yep.
come out. We got that moment, but that's all it was a moment. I feel like it could have been a lot crazier.
Carnage is one of them. Like
Yeah,
he's
bro.
when again he's one of my childhoods. And the build up that right there is a 3 movie arc in itself. Spider Man, Venom, fight, boom, boom, boom. Second movie, they realize they got to team up to fight, Carnage and
Yeah.
whatever. And Carnage is set loose and he's going crazy. And like the world, New York is terrorized
Yeah.
by that.
Mhm.
And so, it's that King Kong and Godzilla moment when they got to fight the mech. They're like, yo,
Mhm.
we don't like each other, bro. But look at look at this creature right here. He is wilding. Let's handle that. We would have got to saw the craziest tag teaming, swinging off web, slingshotting with Venom and
They
Spider
had the
Man.
storyline to work with. They could have just used the Maximum Carnage storyline and kept it pushing.
Bro, they robbed us of that. They
Bro,
robbed us of that.
I'll let you know how the movie is. There is a scene where Carnage and that chick Calypso from Pirates of the Caribbean are in Eddie Brock's house, and she mentions that there's bling bling on the floor or some shit
Stop
like
it.
that. Bro, this ain't late
Stop it.
1990 fucking whatever, and she said bling bling. That
Who did they have
tells you
writing
the type
this?
of writing team that's on there. Bro, there was a scene where what's his name? Cassidy was locked up, and Eddie Brock was like holding on to the bar, and he bit Eddie, and he was like, "Ooh, you taste different" or some shit like that. And first of all, Eddie Brock didn't even react to be like, "Yo, this motherfucker just bit me."
Yeah.
Like it's the weirdest scene. You can look it up on YouTube, and I'm in the movie theater watching this. So I'm like, wait a minute, like you're just gonna ignore the fact that this weird ass prisoner just bit you on your hand? So weird. Oh, but cool. Yeah, I'm Venom, and he tastes different, and now I got Carnage. It was just yeah.
Yeah,
and again, this tells you how good Madam Web is, because we're not even talking about Madam Web.
Madam Web could be the greatest movie of our time, bro. You know
I will say sometimes I'm all for those cornball lines like, "Ooh, you taste different." From me, I laugh, I chuckle, I go, "That's so stupid."
That wasn't it. I could do like the corny stuff like in Thor, or I don't even want to disrespect Guardians of the Galaxy, because that is elite top tier writing right there.
It is.
But come on, man, we grew up on 90s action hero movies, which are full of cornball moments. Like I know they're not homaging none of that, but you gotta like, all right, that was dumb as hell, and just laugh it off.
It was. But see, that's the only thing I say. Like, Venom is one of them that movie need to be serious. Like, even though people don't like the Spider-Man 3 with Venom in it, but he had the attitude. He was pissed. Like, he was conniving. He wanted to kill Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, he
Bro,
didn't want
to be in a church and pray to God that you want Peter Parker dead.
That's
right.
That's the fucking meme right there. I've used that shit so many fucking times.
Right,
bro, come on. Yeah, and that Venom, it was whatever. But like, yeah, Venom needs.
It wasn't just whatever.
Yeah, he was
whack.
But yo, part of the symbiote, which and again, this doesn't like make sense, and we'll move on because I don't want to like stay on here too much. But like, also like part of the symbiote was left over in the MCU. If you remember, like at the end of Spider-Man, No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Yeah. So when Eddie Brock gets like sucked back into his world, a piece of the symbiote freaking drops. They also got to. Yeah, they also have to explain because
Spider-Man 4 might be Black Suit Spider-Man. That would be in the MCU.
That would be fire. But also Eddie Brock he was in like Mexico, so they got a lot of like plot holes.
Yeah, that was a little stupid.
It's kind of lazy. That's kind of lazy. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't even need to do that. They could have just had the meteor crash down at the end of Spider-Man or something.
Yeah.
In credit scene.
I think because it's part of that symbiote, maybe that symbiote's gonna obviously figure out a way to travel to New York to find Spider-Man, because they saw it on the TV, so they already kind of have it in his mind. But I totally forgot what I was gonna say after that. But
on to the next.
Yeah, on to the next.